Hi there. So it's lockdown or near lockdown, and on the planet prison cell, the planet prison ship, as some people call it. And I suppose the warders have decided to cowl some of the prisoners. Probably from the latter generation, from the older generation. I suppose they want to make sure that there is no older generation common sense left, and only a lot of greenhorns, young people, greenhorns left, who don't really know what they're doing, and but enough conspiracy theories, because there is enough fear being generated for the old demiurge to gorge on. Yeah, he wanted a little feast of fear. Uh, and I'm here with you, and you may say to me, well, it's all right for you. You've got Prozac and Tegretol to fall back on, so you can be really peaceful and calm and philosophical as you like. It's only because the pharmaceuticals are making you like that. Well, yeah, but I may only have a short supply of those left before I can't get any more. And then I'm going to have to refer very much to this video uh, for my own peace of mind. So, the second so, and the maxim is, the philosophy is, go within or go without. Because without, the old death cart trundles past your door, even as it ever was. Even as it ever was. So, the angel of death has always been around, and death has come and gone, and mass death has come and gone, of course. The First World War, the flu epidemic of 1918, starvation in Germany during the 1920s, the Second World War, the 250 wars since then, which have been like the superpowers making war on each other by proxy, because they couldn't do it in the main theatres of war like they used to. So even as it ever was, this is the world without. This is the world without spirit. This is the world outside you. Hence the word without. Without the city wall. There is a green hill far, far away without the city wall, outside the city wall. And, you have a wall around you. But it is a wall that keeps out spirit as well. And it is a wall that can be breached from the energies without. So the only way, even as it ever was, is to go within. So go within or go without. So now we've dispensed with the backstory and with the philosophy. What's the third so? The third so is a practical solution to what is a spiritual problem, or what is a spiritual conundrum, or a spiritual situation, or a spiritless situation, a spiritless conundrum. So there is a practical solution, and this video is called How to Cope with Lockdown During the Coronavirus. Bearing in mind it's how to actually cope with lockdown and life on the prison ship that we currently are locked in. And the fact that we are locked down more than usual shouldn't really blind you to the fact that that's really the situation all the time. It's just that you don't know it because the bars are gilded, and you've got computer games to play, and pubs to go to and clubs, and you can get drunk and high, and all that stuff to take your consciousness away from the actual situation that you are in. And people are profiting, obviously, from distracting you in all sorts of ways. So goodness me, why should they stop what they're doing? Because they're making money, right? And it's good to make money, right? Okay. But we won't get too cynical because we're on the third so. So, close your eyes if you're sitting comfortably, and if not, find somewhere to sit comfortably or lie comfortably. Close your eyes and become aware of your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Cold air being breathed in, warm air breathed out. Become aware through your nostrils of the temperature difference between the in-breath and the out-breath. Breathe in naturally and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And if you haven't already done so, gently close your eyes. Let your eyelids slide over your eyeballs, and let your eyeballs become heavy and sink into the eye sockets. Relax your face and try to relax the rest of your body, but that will come later. There's no need to worry about that. And as you breathe in and you breathe out, become aware that in the front of your vision is a sort of red haze, which is really the light penetrating your eyelids through the various blood capillaries, of which there are many in the eyelid, and you're really seeing a sort of red haze of the blood as it circulates around your eyelid. And if you've never noticed this before, it can be quite a revelation, really. So just experience this, breathing in and breathing out. No need to cry or shout, just breathing in and breathing out. And after a while, whenever you're ready, you may like to begin to notice that there are images, hieroglyphs, I suppose you might call them, various images appearing and disappearing in front of your vision. They sometimes appear as black or grey lines, or very dark grey lines, and behind them is this steady red haze of the inside of your eyelid. And you can see these coming and going and rising up and falling away. And I suppose you might like to visualize, or might like to gently push into your mind's eye a shape of a cup or a chalice or a beaker or a glass tumbler or a brandy glass. And again, just allow the image to come in to your consciousness. It's just a sort of sketch, a black line sketch with a red haze behind it. And you can just visualize this gently, and then just allow it to kind of do its own thing, disappear, come back again. And you will notice, if you just relax and continue to breathe, that it'll morph into different shapes. It'll get bigger, it'll get smaller. Shapes might emerge from it, of various kinds. I can't say what it will be because it will be individual to you. But starting off from a sort of baseline image, who knows where all these images will go? And just allow these images to rise and fall away with the breath. Don't hold on to the image as it comes in or comes up or morphs or transfigures into another image. Just let these images rise and fall with the breath. So you're aware of your breath, you're aware of these images, you're aware of how relaxed you are, and you close off everything around you, all the sounds from the street, all the sounds from the road around and from everywhere else. And you do all this in a peaceful place, as peaceful as you can make it, and relax your body as best you can. And you practice this every day, just literally 2 minutes, just becoming aware of your breath, and just becoming and gently creating this sort of cup image on the inside of your eyelid, as it were, projected onto the inside of the eyelid, and allow the images to change and morph and change in size, and let them rise and let them go with the out breath. And you just do this for 2 minutes every day, and you'll see if you do it every day, you'll eventually see a remarkable change in your consciousness. And every time you do this, it'll be like having a lovely hot bath, and you can't wait to do this. You should just do it once or twice a day, and just do this once or twice a day, and you really, really will look forward to doing it, because this will be your space. This will be really, really your lovely space, your lovely warm hot bath for your consciousness, and all your fears and anxiety will begin to subside, and your fear will begin to subside, and you'll find it so very interesting to see all these images rising up and then disappearing, coming to the foreground and going back into the background, rising up, becoming prominent with the in-breath, and then fading away with the out-breath. And your thoughts will follow these images. Your thoughts will come into your consciousness, and they will go out of your consciousness. So any thought will come into your in-breath, as it were, and it will go out with your out-breath, as if being swept away by the gentle wave of the out-breath. And you may decide to gently make the out-breath slightly longer than the in-breath as well, which is even nicer. And eventually the images will all subside, and there will just be a very comforting darkness with a slight hinge of redness. And in this darkness, you may become aware either of a more persistent image rising up, which holds there despite the breathing in and the breathing out. And you may even become aware of some kind of inner voice, which can sometimes be an actual voice, but mostly there's sort of kind of a gut feeling. So voice is not really the right word, more of a sort of gut feeling that rises up. And just go with that gut feeling. Go with it and let it go with the out breath, of course. Don't forget to consciously breathe in and out. And you start off with becoming conscious of the breath, and you finish the session by becoming conscious of the breath. So, you go from the material breath back to the material breath again. And then you just open your eyes and you just wriggle your fingers and toes, and just get up very slowly and have a cup of tea and just relax, and then go and do something completely different, something completely practical that you need to do for the day. Housework or whatever needs a practical practical application of your energy. And you do this, and I say you do this twice a day. Don't really do more than 2 minutes a day for many, well, actually for many years, because there's no need to do it. Don't overdo it. And you'll find that that certain changes are created in your mind. And if you persist with this simple exercise, a great deal of very complicated changes will occur, which will actually quite astound you, as a matter of fact. But I'm not going to say any more than that, because at the risk of becoming a hypocrite, because you're going to say to me, well, you're on Prozac and Tegretol, so, what do you know? You can't tell us to relax, because you're quite an excitable person most of the time. And it's true, I am quite an excitable person, and I am a bit crazy, and I'm on a very sort of short fuse. So I may have to actually take this exercise a lot more seriously than I actually do. So in a sense, I am a hypocrite, because I'm telling you to do something that I don't apply to my own life very well or very much. But hey, I think that we're all going to have to sit down for 2 minutes a day, twice a day, and do this exercise conscientiously. Otherwise, we're all going to go potty. We'll all be on Prozac and Tegretol by the end of this 3 months of isolation and social distancing. All the things, of course, that extroverted human beings absolutely hate. We hate to be. We've got to go out to restaurants, out to clubs, out to meet people, out in parks. We've got to see people around. We've got to go to festivals. We've got to go to pop concerts. We've got to go to, we got to go to discos, as they were used to be called. You've got to go to raves, and I mean, you've got to be with people, right? So you're just going to be there, either on your own or with your blessed family. Yeah, and you're going to have to get on with them a lot better. And then you could find that doing this breathing exercise twice a day will actually enable you to like your family better, which would be a huge thing, really, because you may not have much choice in the matter over that. So how to cope with lockdown over this coronavirus crisis? I may even supply a little text for you to write down, and then you can actually record it with your own voice and play it back to yourself. Or I may even do a dedicated video when I don't go in gassing on about the background story to this exercise, but actually do the exercise for real with you, and you don't have to look at anything. You just close your eyes and follow my voice. I may do that in the future, in the way, because I'm not feeling very well at the moment today. I know this video will totally exhaust me, but I might, if I feel a bit better tomorrow, I might do it tomorrow. So keep a lookout for an actual meditation video, which you can do. Go within or go without. That's the simple philosophy of this entire thing.